All right, we're here in our new garage. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Matter of fact, I don't believe you have. We're building some new shelves in here, and what we're doing today is I've got some paneling. This is actually picture frame paneling, kind of a molding that has a little bit of a texture to it. And what I'm doing is I'm building these picture frames. So I have some of my clients that I've done work with over the years, and I've already built 2 of these. So here's another one underneath. And basically what these are is just frames that I can remove out different pictures if I need to, whatever I want to put in, and then I have more pictures right here. So I'm building 6 of these. So I want to kind of take you over here and show you what we're doing. So I built one frame already, just out of that scrap wood that I showed you over there. And it matches this framing that I already have. And I don't know if you can really see it. And then I've got some stain that I'm going to be putting on it. So I'm going to show you how to do these. Kind of halfway through the process, and then I just got them stapled together here in the back. So I'm going to set you over here on the tripod. I'll show you a couple of the tools that I have that I'm doing this with. I have just a regular chop saw. This is a Delta 10-inch miter chop saw. Then I have a little 10-inch table saw. That's about all I'm using. And then I have just a random orbital type flat sander, and I built a couple little jigs here. It's kind of messy, I'm right in the middle of this. So I'm going to set you over here on the tripod and show you how I'm going to actually build these, and when they're all done they're going to just be hanging right up here on the wall. So I'll have 2 on this wall right here, I'll have another 2 on this wall, and then I will have another 2 up here above these lights on this wall. So I'm going to set you over here on the tripod. Alright, I wanted to show you how this miter saw is set up. Basically what we need to do is we need to cut 2 45 angles, and we need to do this on 2 different pieces of wood. So what we do is we just take this right here, we push that spring down over to 45, and it locks into place, and then that will give us this angle right here. Then we're going to take it over to this side, lock it down to that 45, and then that will give us that angle right there. Now we got to make sure that we get this set up so that, you know, this side's the inside wall here and here. So when we set it up on the picture frame, you got to make sure the angles come together. That's pretty much how you set up the 45-degree angle to do your picture frame. And this will cut perfectly square. It's just a little Delta 10-inch miter saw, and I've used it to do all those. We've already got 3 done over here. So there's 3 different ones. So, all right, I'll take you back over here and we'll fit this other corner in over here. Okay, we're set up here on this other end. Now I've already fitted this side over here. I've already got that all set up. Now we're over here. What we're going to do, same thing we did on the other side. We need to cut a 45 on this end, which is the opposite direction because this is the inside board. So we're going to have to cut a 45 here and then a 45 here. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll fit this together. Alright, this next step, what I did is I took just a staple gun. This is a Shure, it's a Power Shot, and I have a 1/4-inch staples in it. And then I took these 2 pieces together. If you can kind of see here on this is just my jig that I made. This holds it together like this so that I can get the support I need underneath it. And so I just created this little jig, but if you look, then I was able to staple in 3 staples right here. So I hold it together and then staple it. Now we're going to flip it over and I'll show you the other side. But this is the jig that I made. It's just this piece but the reverse side. I'm going to flip this over. I'll show you the other side. So the way it's set up is if you look at this jig, this is just a complete reverse from this. So I'm able to kind of support it from the other side when I hit it with the staple gun. So what I did here is I've stapled this side and this side just to kind of help hold this together, and then I took the Titebond glue and I glued it. Now I'm going to go through the side over here with a nail, and I'm going to nail the sides. Alright, now I have my little finishing nails, and these are a 1-inch finishing nail. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive this in from the side. Now I've tried this a couple different times to make sure I don't go all the way through. So I'm going to kind of move that back just a little bit and just tap this in. This little hammer, I don't know where I got it from, but it's just an amazing little tool. I'll kind of move the camera over here a little bit so you can see. So then I just take this and I'm holding the frame together, and then I'll turn this around and I'll drive it all the way in. And what that did is that just tightened up this thing. So I reinforced it with staples on the back. Then I used a nail, just one nail on each side. I find that if you take 2 nails in, sometimes you'll hit the other nail and then you kind of have a problem. So just 1 nail is enough. As long as this nail has a little bit of a rib to it, like this one does, it's just a 1-inch. I think this might be 1.5 inches, and it seemed to work just fine. And I go right into this side piece. If you're using this particular frame bezel, you're going to come in like right from here in that position. You can see the little indentation. So, all right, we just got done nailing that together. And as you can see, it's strong enough that it'll hold itself up pretty much. I mean, it's still kind of flexible. And the wood isn't completely straight. But what we're going to do now is we're going to actually take this, lay it down, and then we're going to take our picture frames. We're just going to flip this over the top. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Just flip it over like this, okay? And then we're just going to fit it into position, make sure that everything lines up good, and then we're going to flip the whole thing over and nail down the back side. All right, we just got done staining it. I think it came out pretty nice. This one picture frame took about 4 hours to build. I'm not really fast with woodworking. As you can tell, my resources are a little primitive. All I've got is that little chop saw and this table saw and a couple little handheld tools, so I don't really have a whole workshop. But you can still build a nice picture frame. It came out pretty nice. There's a couple little defects in it, but for the most part, I think it came out real nice. So anyway, hopefully you guys learned something new from this video. A little bit of woodworking 101. I also wanted to show you how I put the hooks on for the back, because that's kind of an important part, is being able to hang this. So what I did is I took, trying to hold this by myself, is I made a little hook and I cut it right out of the back so that they mount flush. And that's kind of what it looks like. And I'll show you the actual clip itself. Let me take you over here. These are what I've actually used. And I just got these at Home Depot, right there. And this is what they look like. They just nail right in. And they hold up to 15 pounds. And this whole picture frame completely installed is only about 7 pounds. So, and those clips hold 15 pounds apiece, so it's plenty of weight. This picture frame is going to be going right up here on this wall, right above the door. I have another one that's going to be going right there. Another one right there above that door, above that window, and then right above this light, and then another one right there. So there will be actually 6. So anyway, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. I'm trying to show you something new other than woodworking. And so check us out at scottysmobiledetailing.com, and I'll see you on the next video.